Hey Aspot community! For this video, let me introduce you Aspot's brand new tool, which is Canvas. So Canvas is similar to popular learning language model tools out. It's similar to a custom GPT, but it's even more powerful. Canvas offers full customization, logo, colors, forms, links, you name it, and interactive tools like voice input, image generation, dynamic flows, call to action buttons, and canvas mode for editing and presenting interactive content. So you can use it to build helpful guides, landing pages, interactive documents. The AI will respond based on the content and actions you've set up ahead of time. So it's great for internal work, content creation, brainstorming, and much more. So there's a lot of use cases for the Canvas tool here in Aspot. So for this video's walkthrough, we are going to build a canvas from scratch, focusing on a fantastic use case, which is an interactive employee handbook and SOP manual. This will save your clients or even your own business tons of time and boost productivity. So let's get started. First, of course, you have to log into your Aspot account, and upon logging in, go inside your business, and then inside the business, click on the plus icon. So this is where you can create a new tool, and from the options, you can select Canvas. Let's give it a clear name related to its purpose. So let's just say this is an SOP manual. And then for the description, this is where you can provide a clear description of what this is for. So let's just say this is for this business names, handbook and active. Great. Okay, so now let's click inside that canvas to be able to access the settings. First thing is you will be redirected to the general header settings. You can enable or disable the nav bar. If you would like this to be displayed at the top of the page, it will contain the logo, which you can upload right here on this section. So ideally, it should be a square image, a 1x1 image if you want. And the maximum size is 10 MB. And you can change the logo shape right here. And as for the title, let's set something regarding the company. There you go. And then for the call to action button, let's put, maybe let's put contact HR, something like that. And then for the button URL, you can put a form right here that they can fill out to contact the HR. And then for the custom links, you can add up for custom links for quick access to things like maybe, let's say, benefits portal or SOP guides. So let's add those. There you go. So I have added the URLs for the custom links. So as you can see here, this is the title, and then this is the links. Let's save changes. And since we're done with the header options, I like to do preview each time I change something in the settings, just so I can see how it looks like. Let's do a preview. There you go. This is what we added. So we can customize this to be at the center. Let's do that and then do a refresh. There you go. So it's right there at the top, and they can just click on it. And here's the call to action button that we added. All right. Now let's move on to the next setting, which is the chat setting. Over here is where you can select which tools you want to enable for this chatbot. So if you want it to be interactive, so Canvas mode is essential for generating step-by-step guides. Let's turn this on if we want to be able to edit the document that the AI will help, or to be able to edit the AI output. For the image generation, we will leave this off for this specific use case, as it's not typically needed for an SOP or for a handbook. So for voice chat, we will enable this, enable voice inputs. It can be great for employees to quickly ask questions. I'll turn this on, and then to customize the headline, this headline will appear at the top of the chat interface. Let's make sure to add something that will, there you go, that will welcome them. And then maybe for the initial message, let's set this to this. There you go. There you go. So it looks like this now. The next step will be branding. So this is where you can turn the branding on and off, and this is where you can modify it. Next, the important thing is to edit the AI configuration of this canvas. So this is critical because the system prompt tells the AI its role. So for our handbook, let's put in this prompt. Go. So that will be our system prompt. And then on this part is where you can change or set your AI platform and also your AI model. For accuracy with documents, I highly suggest using 4.0 or 4 Turbo if you want. So this is faster and more cost-effective version. And then I highly suggest here on the temperature is always set to normal or precise. We don't want the chatbot to hallucinate, and we want to ensure it to only provide factual answers from the documents rather than highly creative ones. So let's save changes for this. If you want, you can also add a flow to your canvas. So over here on flow setting, you can enable the flow for this canvas. You will not be able to use sources, channels, and other options, but after the flow has ended, these features will become available again. You can set up your flow right here on the flow builder section. Inside Asbot, there's some powerful blocks in there that you can use and connect to your canvas. So make sure to explore that too. But for this example, we will not be using a flow. And this is where you can restrict the number of messages permitted within a designated time frame to avoid misuse from the users of this canvas. So this restriction will be applied based on per IP. So you can limit messages. Let's just say I'll limit it for up to 6 per minute. That's already a lot. Let's save changes. There you go. Next, one of the important steps here in Asphalt is to add your sources. Over here, you can upload all of the client's company policies for this use case, HR documents, SOPs, and any process documents. For this example, I will upload their SOP on submitting a new software bug report. So I will add a document file right there. So depending on your use case, you can also add a web page which will allow them to scan entire page and gather the information that it can from the page. And then this is also where you can enter some specific question and answers, and you can even connect a flow into it, the text, and paste it right here, and then quickly add it to your canvas. And then for the integrations, you can add Google Sheet and Google Doc to your canvas. And also RSS content, just put the URL right here. Our SOP has been processed. Now the AI will use this uploaded information as its knowledge to answer the questions from the employee. So the next thing that we is go to the customization. So for the customization, this is entirely optional. You can find it under settings and then click on customization, and you'll see a bunch of pre-made themes already right here on the left side corner. But if you want, you have also an option to create what we call a custom theme here in Canvas. So all of what you see right here is customizable, and you'll see it update live once you select the color or branding colors that you have in here. So let me just select this specific custom theme and save the changes. All right. So now the only thing left to do is, so now let me also show you the channels. So over here, let's create a channel for form. So for the title, let's add Handbook feedback form, and then let's search for the form that we already pre-created on the lead form section in Aspot. So you can even set this as a primary if you would like it to open right after the canvas was loaded, or after sending the first number of message, or after sending number of messages. For this use case, we'll keep this optional. And then let's add a channel maybe for frequently asked questions. So let's just say, um, let's just say dress code. Okay. Now let's create. Let's save the changes and let's see how it looks like right now. Okay, so there you go. Those are the channels that we just added. And if we click on it, the chatbot will be able, or the canvas will be able to respond to your question. And you should see here the rate limit that we added. It shows 2 out of 6 chats for this per minute. The next is, let's test the voice input for this tool. Provide the SOP for submitting a bug to the development team. Okay, so there you go. It was able to get that from our voice input. And then let's click on tools and use Canvas for this, so we can edit the document that it will give us, or the output that it will give us. And we can also quickly download it if we want. There you go, standard operating procedure for submitting a bug. It will pull up the Canvas tool. And let's wait for it to finish loading. Okay, so now that it's finished loading, we can edit this file, or we can ask the AI to edit this for us and change some things in here. And then when you click on it, it will automatically copy this to your clipboard, or you can even download this file. Let's exit out of this. And anytime that you want to access that file, just click on this expand button right here. Next step is to share our canvas. Go back to Aspot, click on share, and over here on code, you can copy the Canvas link. So this link can be shared with the users of this Canvas, and you can even set up the Open Grab and SEO for this Canvas for a nice preview if it's shared externally. And that's it. That's how you build a canvas for this specific use case. If you've got questions on how to build a canvas, don't hesitate to send email to support@aspot.ai. Thank you so much. Just an additional tip, this is a different canvas, and I just want to show you a quick tip when it comes to using the canvas editor. As you can see here, this is entirely different canvas that we're using as an example. So if you forgot to click on tools and then canvas, and you would like to edit this, the canvas editor, you can just simply highlight the entire message right here, and you can even use this. This is the copy button, or if you want, you can go. Or if you want, you can click on this and it will automatically open that in Canvas, so that you won't have to repeat it, just in case that you forgot to click on the Canvas tool right here before sending this message. So if you open it up, you can now freely edit the AI result on your Canvas editor. And that's it.